பேசும்போது
unmute yourself. All of you unmute.
Yeah, you can hear me, right?
வீடியோ
இன்னிக்கா நாளைக்கு தானே நாளைக்கு பண்றேன். Today I'm not giving the tomorrow ma'am.
Even though we need
எனக்கு புரியல. ஹலோ
இல்லம்மா எல்லாரும் அன்மியூட் பண்ணனா we'll take a screenshot.
Can we take tomorrow ma'am?
Ma'am, okay ma'am, good morning ma'am.
Ma'am, good morning ma'am. Welcome ma'am.
Good morning ma'am.
Good morning all of you.
Welcome ma'am.
Good morning ma'am.
Good morning ma'am. Good morning to everyone.
Shall we start ma'am?
Yes madam.
Yes.
Wonderful morning to one and all present here. As we all know, in the learning process, it is only in the midway that our mind will be very much interested to learn more and more. Likewise, today is the third day, exact halfway in our 5 days national level webinar series. We, the School of Commerce, feel immensely delighted to welcome you all for today's session on personal investment planning. Now let us begin by inviting Dr. P. Kavita ma'am, Head Department of Corporate Secretaryship, Shift 2, to welcome the gathering. Ma'am, please.
Yes. Good morning, one and all present here. I, on behalf of School of Commerce and my own behalf, I take this opportunity to welcome everyone present here. First of all, I extend my hearty welcome to our respected General Secretary and Correspondent. Next, I extend my warm welcome to our beloved Principal, Dr. M.G. Raghunathan sir, who is always on the move for the betterment of student and the institution. A happy welcome to our ever-loving Vice Principal, Dr. N. Sri Rajshri ma'am. I extend my warm welcome to the resource person of the day, Mr. M. Prabhu. I welcome you, sir. A happy welcome to our ever-loving Dean, School of Commerce, Dr. R. Geeta, and also other school deans, heads of departments, my dear colleagues and students on this occasion. Once again, a happy and hearty welcome to one and all present here for the third day of the 5 days national webinar series of School of Commerce. Thank you one and all.
Thank you ma'am for the warm word. Now I request Dr. R. Purushothaman sir, Assistant Professor, PG and Research Department of Commerce, Shift 1, to introduce the resource person of the day. Sir, please.
Thank you, Vaishnavi. Try to learn something about everything and everything about something, said by Thomas Henry. Good morning, all. It is a great pleasure in introducing today's resource person, Mr. Prabhu sir. He is going to interact with us about the personal investment planning. We should be deeply very attentive in learning to avoid financial mistakes by which we can best ensure our financial futures. Mr. Prabhu is working as an assistant professor, Department of Accounting and Finance, Shift 2, Guru Nanak College. He is holding MBA in Finance and Marketing, SLET in Management, NET in Management, Diploma in Computer Application course CAC and SAB. He has 11 years of teaching experience at undergraduate and postgraduate levels. In addition to it, he has an industrial experience too. He acts as certificate course trainer in stock market trading, SAP ERP trainer, placement trainer and coordinator, MBA project coordinator and finance coordinator. He has authored 9 research articles which is published in national and international journals. He has participated in 15 seminars, conferences and workshops. He has been invited as a resource person and a lecturer for many conferences and webinars. Sir has also undergone industry training program organized by ING Vaishya Life Insurance, Reliance Life Insurance and India Infoline Limited. Sir has undertaken live project in the title of a study on investor person towards derivative market with reference to India Infoline Private Limited at Chennai City. With these few words, I am very happy to welcome you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, sir. Now we humbly hand over the session to the resource person. Sir, please.
Thank you, Vaishnavi. Okay, so good morning to one and all present here. First of all, I would like to thank our General Secretary sir and management, principal, vice principal, all the dignitaries on and off the stage. So here we are going to talk about a personal investment planning or financial planning. It talks about. I think it's one of the most important thing everyone must learn. So okay, so even government is taking a lot of steps to make the individuals to financially literate, right? So that's the most important thing which we are going to discuss here. And this is the objectives of this webinar. So after completion of this particular session, every participant can able to realize the basic concepts of financial planning and its significance. Yes, right? So second one is to comprehend the basics of financial planning and its broad areas. Third, to appreciate the ways to calculate retirement planning corpus along with inflation impact in cost using CII. Right? Next, to understand the difference between savings and investments and asset allocation strategies. Finally, so enable them to prepare their own financial plan for themselves. So that's our prime objective of this particular webinar. So that's what I'm trying to do here. So let's start with the famous question around the world: why rich get richer and poor get poorer? Right? It's one of the most important questions everyone would have asked you, right? So can anyone answer me why rich people are getting richer and poor get poorer? Anybody can respond? Okay, let me tell you. The most important thing is a financial planning. Is the rich people are smarter enough by investing their money on various investment avenues, right? So what they are doing, they are making the money to work for them. But as middle class people, the poor people are working for money, but for rich people, money is working for them. Just think about it. As we are humans, we have a lot of limitations. We might be work for 8 hours or continuously 10 hours, then we need rest, but money don't need any rest. It will work for 24/7 and 365. It doesn't need any expenses, right? So that's the most important cases. They never take money to their home. They'll just invest their money and they'll rotate the money makes the money. So that is how these people are getting richer year on year, right? And even so, obviously, if you would have seen that, as middle class people, as we are working for money, we are getting the money and we are paying taxes. Directly or indirectly put together, if you are going to pay as you are an individual, you need to pay at least 40 to 45% from your earnings. But rich people are paying less than 20% of their entire income. How it is possible? It's entirely because of planning, how they are planning. Even if it's not tax evasion, they are legally going for it, right? So tax evasion is illegal, but they are planning not to pay the taxes. So that's how these people are making money more and more compared with others. That's why these people are very smarter and they are getting richer and more richer year on year, right? They are earning in crores, but their payment of tax is very less, and it is less than 20%. Just think about it, right? But as we people never thought about tax planning, right? So that is what we are going to discuss in further slides. So we'll start with an topic we call income. I think most of you are aware about the term income. How we people are getting income. The simple way is money, how we are receiving money. Some people are doing business, some people are doing services, some people are working for someone and they are getting money, right? So we might be getting salary, we might be getting commission, we might be getting fees, whatever it may be. So whether we are selling some products or goods, we will be getting some money, right? Whether we are rendering some services, we are getting money as a compensation. Likewise, so these are all the way we receive money, right? So that's what we call it as an income. Next, these are the various options available for earning money. The first, let me start with work for someone and get salary. That's 80% of the people in India are doing work for someone to get salary and profits from doing a business And third one, do farming and sell food crops. I think most of you are aware that in India, yes, farming plays a vital role, particularly in North India. South India, it is not giving you so much money, but in case of North India, the people are really doing a lot of money out of farming also. Okay, so these three most important way to earn money. Look at the other areas, how people are making money. Invest and earn interest, right? Next, dividend for capital gains from capital market investments. So yes, whenever people are invested their money in the stock market, they'll get dividends. Royalty from writing books or intellectual property rights, pension after retirement, and rent from property. So these are the ways people are making money. Yeah, some other ways are also there, but this is most common, which applies to all, right? So here we are going to talk about active versus passive income. So if you would have seen the previous slide, look at here. Work for someone and get salary, profits from doing a business, or do farming and sell food crops. All three comes under, we call it as active income, because we are directly involving into something, or we are engaging into something to get some compensation from our owner or boss or from business even. Okay, so these three we call it as an active income because we are directly engaging into these kind of businesses. But look at all other ways, invest and earn interest. Earning interest is a way of passive income. Okay, so dividend or capital gains from capital market investments. Okay, so these are the other ways where we can earn passive income. So look at the lifestyle of people. I think most of you are aware about famous investors in India, particularly in stock market. If you take Rakesh Jhunjhunwala, Damania, international level, if you are going to talk about Warren Buffett, and even many of the people, those who are investing their money and they are simply sitting and they are enjoying their life. Okay, so yes, they are also working, but at their own time. But their lifestyle is entirely different compared with the people, those who are working for someone or also those who are running a business. Okay, so this is the most important case. We must understand how these people can be very happy and they can have a lot of leisure time. Look at the lifestyle. The person earning interest income, yes, he's getting some income for his survival, right? So we don't want to take any much risk. This entirely because of his planning. So yes, he is doing financial planning. Right, so he do it for himself. That's what he makes. Even you would have heard a lot of informations like news around the world. Many of the popular artists, the people once upon a time they were the huge money makers, but they end up in bankrupt in another 20 years. Right. So many of our cinestars, you would have seen that. Okay, they have earned a lot, but they lost everything, and at their end, at their life end, they don't have any money at all to take care of their selves, right? So this is entirely because they are not planned with money. They are not financially literate. They are illiterate in financial terms. So that's what financial planning plays a vital role here. But a person earning salary, yes, obviously has to work 24/7. Yes, nowadays everything goes under 24/7 as we are working from home, right? So person earning salary income has to work. We may not see the retirement. Yes, officially we might be retired at 53 or 54, but unfortunately you would have seen many of the elderly people are still working only because they have not planned their life financially. So that's the most important problem, why they are still working even after retirement. You would have seen many of the elderly people are working. Many of, just look at the auto rickshaws, still they are driving autos only because for their survival. Okay, even after 70 years, 65 years, just look at it. Why it is? Because they have not planned their life. That's the most important case. So these are the ways where we can active income. So income from salary, farming and business. Here, pension, rent income, interest income, dividend capital gains, royalty income. These are all passive income. Yes, it's very important for everyone should have a passive income. Yes, at the time of starting in career, it is not at all possible to have a passive income, but we must concentrate on increasing our passive income year on year, time to time. Okay, so how fast you are increasing your passive income, you will be financially free to retire. Yes, so that's the most important case. If you want to retire early, or at least on the official time of 53 years or 55 years, or 58 years, you need passive income. Without a passive income, it's not at all possible to stay in this particular, you cannot survive in this world, right? So that's the most important case. And yes, it's up to a person, every individual, where they are going to, whether they are going to business background or whether they are going to settle in job. It entirely based on the skill set of the people. Okay, business, they should have a diverse skill set like marketing, finance, selling, product development, technology, business strategy, and everything. If you are having such a kind of skill set, yes, you can choose business if other things also satisfies. Financially strong family willing to support. Yes, it's most important. Family must support, and financial manner, they must be in a position to support you, because business is something which has to be supported continuously with the background of finance. That's the most important case. Next, requirement of capital. If you are choosing a path of doing a business, you need a capital. Yes, obviously capital is something which a huge sum of money you have to invest up front, then only you can reap benefits from that particular business. And finally, ability to raise capital. Yes, as a business person, you should have the ability to raise capital. If you're not able to raise capital, then obviously it's not at all possible for you to run a business. So these are the most important cases. If you are satisfied with all these parameters, then you can go for business, right? Second, or else specialized skill for job. Yeah, you should have some specialized skill. Just take an example of some professionals. We may talk about doctor, advocates. So they have some lot of specialized skill, and that's why they are working over there. So for their skills, they will be getting paid, right? So that is what a specialized skill. Monthly income is crucial. Yes, it depends. So you would have seen that the corona pandemic period, many of the people have lost their job, and many of the people have their pay cuts in their monthly salary, right? So it's really crucial. We did not expect what is happening in the future, right? Corona, nobody has expected just 2 years back, but unfortunately, it came to the entire world. It affects the entire world. You would have seen the entire economy of the world has goes down. Many of them lost their lives. Many of them lost their life as well as their business, small business. Many of the small businesses have closed down because of this corona. They couldn't able to manage, right? So that's what I'm saying. If you are going to run a business, you need a financially strong family willing to support, right? So that's another case. And no capital required. That's an advantage of going for a job. You don't need any capital required, but your capital is your specialized skill. Keep on increase or keep on develop your skills. That is the only way you can earn a lot, right? Okay, passive income. As I already told you, it is important for everyone to increase passive income, right? At the start of career, obviously you might not have any passive income, but whenever you are going through your career, you must concentrate on increasing or developing your passive income. If you don't have passive income, then obviously it is really tough for you to survive in this world. Then you cannot stop working. You cannot retire early. You have to work even till 70 years, right? So that's the most important case. You must concentrate. And yes, how we can increase passive income? By the way of earning more at the initial stage. How you can earn more? By the way of increasing your skill set. Okay, your career development. By the way of doing a lot of development in your career, you can earn a lot. With that money, you can invest on somewhere and you can get some returns as a passive income. That's most important. Again, you have to keep investing that passive income to the other investment area. So that's a way how the rich people are getting richer. So they are keep on investing. Okay, they are not taking out the money to do some expenses. If it is really needed, they'll do it. Otherwise, they'll simply keep on investing. They'll get back the money and again they'll invest. So money makes money. That money makes again money. So just think about the cycle of rich people, how they are doing, creating a huge wealth, right? So that's the most important case. Why it is important to have a passive income. If you are having a passive income, at least if you are putting it in 20 years of money, then obviously that would have been given you at least 200 to 300% as a return, right? So that's the most important case. Yes, I am stressing you, everyone should have passive income. When you have to start, when you start getting a first income, you should start investing, right? So that's a most important case. And yes, another most important thing, let me tell you, if you are going to buy a Royal Enfield bike, you need to spend at least 1.75 lakh. Instead of buying a Royal Enfield bike, if you are going through an EMIs, obviously you need to pay 2.25 lakhs at the end of completing your purchase. Meanwhile, the Royal Enfield bike might be gone by 5 years, right? So now it's second hand. The value of that Royal Enfield bike which you have spent 2.25 lakh, after 5 years, when it comes to you under your name, the real worth would be 60 to 70,000. Instead of buying that Royal Enfield bike, why don't you buy Royal Enfield shares? That is each amount of shares. In the same time of 5 years, which will fetch you a return of at least, if you are investing 2.25 lakhs, you might be getting 3 to 4 lakhs. So that's a difference. Okay. So this is how smart people and rich people are working. This is how the people are getting richer, right? So you have to keep it in your mind. It's most important. So when you have to start investing, when you start earning the first income, first month's salary. From your first month's salary, the first expenses should be on investment, on passive income. Keep on increase your passive income. That is the only way you can retire early, because fortunately or unfortunately, our parents are not having so much of money or wealth to give us, right? So as we are earning, at least we must be in a position to give it to our children some amount of money. In such a case, you should have a passive income. Next, we are going to talk about another most important concept, time value of money. Why I'm talking about income, time value of money, active income, passive, these are the basis of financial plan, right? So that is most important. Time value of money, I think most of you are aware about this term. Anyhow, let me tell you, the value of money is keep on depreciating if you are not going to do anything with that money. If you are keeping it idle with your purse, then obviously the value gets depreciated, right? Say for an example, I think that's what time value of money, because the money has the power, it has the ability to earn money. That is the most important mantra we must understand, right? So you should not keep the money at your bureau. At least you keep it in bank account, right? Yes, money has the ability to work for you 24/7, 365. Just think about it. You are recruiting money to work for you, right? For your life. That's an important case, right? So you must understand that particular mantra. You should keep the money work for you. When you are starting doing this, then obviously your passive income gets starts, right? Even 500 rupees, yes, you have an option to invest your 500 rupees. Even 100 rupees, yes, you can invest. Keep it in your mind. Don't think that I have only 100 rupees. What can I do with this money? Yes, you can invest. A lot of opportunities are available to invest your 100 rupees, right? Nowadays, everything goes on mobile, very digital. You would have seen that a lot of mobile applications are available. And invest. Just think about it. Bitcoin. I think most of you are aware about the term. One of the burning and trending cryptos, Bitcoin. 2010, it was at 1 paise. Now it is almost 27 lakhs. Just think about it. So just 10 years. When it was 1 paise, now it is 26 lakh. That's what I'm saying. Even 100 rupee money is not a smaller amount to invest. Start invest, make passive income. That is one of the way you can retire early. You can have a peaceful life without any problem. So just think about the time value of money. So here in 2006, with 100 rupees, you can buy 5 liters of milk. In 2016, it is 2.5 liters. In 2021, just think about it. Now you can buy only 1.5 to 1.7 liters of milk. That's what I'm saying. Money depreciates the value whenever time passes on. So you should understand the value of money. You should not keep the money idle. Don't keep the money idle at your home. At least keep it in bank account, because bank account gives you, even savings bank account gives you 4 to 5%, 4% as a return on your money, right? That's what I'm saying. Even 100 rupees is not a small money. Money, even 1 rupee, if it is money, it has the power and the ability to create money for you. So that's the most important thing. Recruit money to work for you. That's a famous thing I would like to say. Recruit money for you to work, right? So that's another important use. Savings versus investment. The financially patience we should have. Earnings minus spending. Okay. So whenever we are working, our earning should be more than the spending. Spending should be very less compared with your earnings. If it goes above your earnings, then obviously you'll be in deficit. If it goes below your earnings, you'll be having some surplus money. Why we need surplus money? Can you able to understand why we need surplus money? When you have surplus money, you have an option to invest your surplus money. You can make the money to work for you. So that's the most important thing, right? If it is deficit, then obviously you have a lot of liability. And how can you identify individual's net worth? Even everyone, those who are listening to this particular session, just think about your investment. Investment minus borrowing. Okay, investment minus borrowings is equal to net worth. If you are having an investment of, say for example, 20 lakhs and your borrowings are just 5 lakhs, then your net worth should be 15 lakhs. Yes, everyone should have the net worth. If you are not having net worth, then you are in a serious critical issue, right? So you have to concentrate on that. You have to develop the net worth, and this is another most important area, earning minus spending. Earning should be more than your spending, or else the spending should be very lesser than your earnings. So you have to concentrate on your spending. Okay. So whenever you are doing some expenses, you must concentrate what I'm doing. Am I doing rightly? Is it necessary? You just go and buy it. Don't go for impulse spending. That's one of the most important thing which makes you to spend more, and then you are into one deficit category. So look at here, the two relation. If you are having surplus, what will happen? Surplus, you will be buying some assets, right? What will happen? This asset will generate more income for next year, right? This more money added with your surplus money for the next year. Again, more assets next year, right? So say for example, this year you will be having 10,000 rupees as an surplus. What you will do? You just invest your money somewhere. Say for example, if you fixed deposit, you might be getting 6% return. So out of this 10,000, you will be getting 600 rupees. So this year you will be having surplus money of 10,000 plus set value of 600 rupees or 700 rupees, right? So this 600 and 700 will be added. So 10,600 is your surplus money for this year. Again, second year you will be having another 10,000 rupees. Now you will be having 20,600 rupees. Again, you will invest in somewhere and you will be getting the return. So that's the most important case you have to concentrate here, right? So that's most important. That's most important to have assets. Okay. So if you are surplus, it is important. And if it is deficit and surplus money, again you will be investing, again you will be getting returns. So this is how you can develop your passive income, right? In case of deficit, you will be into liability because you need to have some amount of money. You have to get it from someone. For that, you might be approaching a bank. They might be giving you a loan. From that loan amount, you have to pay the interest, right? Obviously, you don't have money. That's why you get some loan. Now, you need to pay the interest for that particular loan amount also, right? So next year, what will happen? You will be having more deficits. When you are having more deficits, you will be having more liabilities. Second year, again, you will be go for a loan. Again, you have to pay interest. And what happens? Finally, you will be going out of it, right? So that's the most important case. You have to concentrate on it, right? So always keep in your mind, you should have surplus money. Without surplus money, you cannot have it. You cannot have passive income. Okay. So surplus money is one of the most important. How can you get a surplus money? Only by way of controlling the spending. If you have less spending, then it will be important to have a surplus money, right? Just a minute. Yeah. So next, we are entering into the subject financial planning. So yes, you would have seen this famous stereotypic vision everyone might be having: finish studies in our early 20s and get a job. That's the most important objective of everyone. Like those who are studying in an organization or those who are studying in college or institutions. Yes, that's the most important objective. Second, buy house by the age of 27 to 30, right? And get a car. So this is a stereotypical vision, dream of everyone we are having, right? So how these can be possible? I'm not saying this is wrong. Yeah, this is good. Everyone should have good dreams. If you don't have dreams, aspirations, then obviously it is not good. Yes, we should have aspirations, but how this can be possible? Only by the way of doing financial plan. Yes, obviously getting a job is entirely based on your skill set, but think about purchasing a from house or purchasing a from car. You need money, right? Where you can get money? For me, if you ask me if I want to buy a bike or a car, I will not advise anyone to go with EMI purchase. Okay, instead of getting an EMI purchase, go with investment, get the money out of it, then go and directly purchase it. So that's the way you have to do it. If you're going with an EMI purchase, then obviously at the end of 5th year, you have to compulsorily work for it to pay the EMIs at least. Okay, we are into the rat race. So that's the most important case you have to keep in mind. So free studies, these are the dreams. So if you want to satisfy these dreams, obviously you need money. How we can do that? By the way of doing passive income, right? So just look at it, 20s, 20 to 27 or at least 30, 10 years you need time to buy a house. For that you should have some passive income. You cannot keep the money ideally into your zero or bank account. You have to invest. Even I am saying that if you are keeping the money in bank account, even that is an idle money because they are offering you only 4%. But if you are going to see the real return, then obviously the inflation is 7% or 6%. Obviously, you are losing another 2%, right? So that's the most important case. So financial planning can help you to attain these kind of aspirations, and it is most important. Okay. So what is financial planning? Effective management of money. How you are going to manage money? If you are going to see, earning is very simple compared with managing the money, right? Yes, people are earning much and much, but they don't have the capacity or they don't have the ability to manage it. They do not know where to invest, where they do not know what are the ways they can get return and what are the ways they can get, which are the best investment avenues available. Yes, obviously nobody knows that when Bitcoin is given it for 1 paisa, it is a best investment avenue, right? Now think about it, in a matter of 10 years, it is around 50 lakh. It touches 50 lakh and now it gets back to 26 lakh. Just think about it. That's the most important thing. Yes, managing money is one of the most important technique and aspect, right? So we must understand earning money is easier than managing money. Right? Effective money management plays a vital role. It's a very crucial role. That's why I'm talking about financial literacy. Right? So everyone must have financial literacy. If you're not able to have financial literacy, then obviously it's not possible for us to have it. Right? So effective money management. So that's why I'm talking about financial planning here. That's why I'm talking about every individual should be financially literate. Even if we are seeing many of the IAS and IPS officers, they are well educated and really literate. But unfortunately, if they are not financially literate, then obviously they have to end up in bankrupt. Right? That's the most important case. So financial planning is the act of managing your income, setting your financial goals, and then allocating your assets across investment, keeping in your mind that your limitations and requirements. Yes. Everybody has their own requirements, right? When we need money, that and all we have to plan. So look at this. This is all about financial planning. What is financial planning? As I told you, act of managing your finances and investment, right? I think this particular segment is creating a lot of job opportunities for many of the youngsters. Yes, financial planners are very importantly needed indeed. And right, yes, it creates a lot of awareness nowadays. You would have seen that a lot of youngsters are joining here. They are planning for many of the individuals. Yes, you need to have some paid advisory services. Yes, it's important. Not who is it for? Everyone who has money or wants to amass wealth. Yes, if you want to create some wealth, yes, you need to have a financial plan. Without a financial plan, it's not at all possible for you to create a wealth, right? That's another most important thing. And why do you need financial planning? If you fail to plan, then you are planning to fail in your life. Yes, that's most important. As I told you, many of the stories, you would have seen many of the cine stars have ended up with bankrupt. Only reason they have not planned. Okay, they failed to plan. That's why they plan to fail. Yes, they obviously many of the cases you would have seen they have failed, right? And how to plan for your finances? Take into multiple factors. Yes, obviously, it is for a customized financial plan. We cannot have a tailor-made plan for everyone. It is not suits for everyone, right? So everybody's financial need is different, financial aspirations is different, and their goal is different. So accordingly, we have to plan, because we only know what are our requirements, when we need money, what is our cash inflow, how much money we have in our account, okay, how we can allocate, what is kind of risk-taking ability we have. So that and all, it is not, we don't have any tailor-made plan for everyone, but we have plans that has to be suit for every individual. So that you have to create for yourself. Anyhow, let me give you some basics in further slides, what the things we should not do, or we might be mistakenly doing it. Still, many of our faculty members, those who are joining here also, having some mistaken plans, still we have the myth that these are the investments. So we are creating some passive income. Let me tell you, certain things are not passive income, which totally eradicate your investment. Okay. Who requires financial planning? Yes, as I told you, everyone who has money, who has the thought, who has the goal, of creating wealth. Yes, you have to have a financial plan. Okay, how it is different from wealth management? Almost both are same, right? In small term, it gets changed. The small difference is, wealth management is you have a huge amount of wealth you are trying to manage. But in case of financial planning, you are start earning income, you are trying to invest that income to create wealth. So just I see that wealth management is just an extension of financial planning. Once you have created a great huge sum of wealth, then you can manage it. That's what we call it as a wealth management. So that's where financial planning and wealth management differs. Why should you make a financial plan? Okay, yes, it is obviously most importantly needed if you are, as we see that, why we have to do it. If you are not doing it, then obviously you will end up in bankruptcy. I think we don't want to face such kind of situations in a lifetime, right? So that's the most important place. What should a financial plan include? Everything. If you want to buy a car, you want to buy a house, you want to have a retired life, peaceful, and you should have think about your child future. You should have think about child's education. You should have think about child's wedding. Everything, right? So everything has to be included. What are the goals needed money has to be included in the financial plan. Accordingly, you have to invest your money every month, every year to create passive income. Right? So accordingly, you have to do it. Broad areas in financial planning. Here comes the most important segments. Cash flow plan. What is the cash flow plan? The money inflow and outflow from every individual. I purposefully given a lot of information in a slide. I don't want to give it in points, because if I'm sharing this PPT, you guys can easily understand what I'm trying to convey here. So that's why I've given everything in the slide itself. Anyway, let me tell you. Cash flow. So what is that? Yes, everybody has some cash inflow and cash outflow, right? So we might be getting salary, one of the cash inflow. We might be investing, our father, our parents might be investing some amount of money. It might be matured after 5 years. You might be getting a lump sum, say 5-10 lakhs rupees that you have planned, right? So infrequently, you might be in a position to understand where you are getting money, when you are going to get the money. So at what time, say for example, now I am in 2021, I might be getting 1 lakh rupees at the end of 2023. Or some people might be getting some incentives, some people might be getting some bonus, some people might be getting some promotion, so their incomes might be increased. So that all you have to think about it, right? So you have to carefully calculate each and every inflow and each and every outflow. Outflow I'm talking about, yes, we need money for a lot of expenses we'll be having in a life cycle. Say for example, next 3 years I'm planning to buy a car. The car might be at a cost of 10 lakh rupees. So that's one of the most important outflow. what is your cash inflow by now? So you might be having 2 lakh rupees. So how you are going to meet this 10 lakh rupees? Yes, you can take an bank loan, but it is not advisable, right? So if you are planning it properly, you don't want to go with bank loan. Now itself, instead of paying the EMI after purchasing it, instead of investing that EMI amount from now onwards, you can start invest, right? That particular amount, the car EMI, say for example, 22,000 rupees, you need to pay as an car EMI. Why don't you invest that money from now onwards? Why don't you plan for next 3 years, right? You might be achieving that 10 lakh rupees along with that, the interest amount, right? So that is one of the best way you can go for a plan. Better don't go and get a loan from banks. That's one of the most important thing or most avoidable thing we have to do it, right? So that is what we call it as in cash flow planning. So you have to plan, you have to analyze all inflow and outflow. Inflow in the sense, what are the ways you will be getting the money and when you will be getting the money. Just chart it out. And outflow, what are the expenses you will be expecting? Yes, you might be expecting some expenses for your children. Any schooling, you might be planning to make your children to go for a school. That time you have to plan. So next 3 years, my child is going to go for a school. So what is the money I'm having? How I'm starting investing? At 3rd year, how much I'm expecting to pay the fees for schools. That are all you have to plan now and start pay the EMI by now itself. Okay, don't give the EMI to banks. Just instead of that EMI amount, you can start invest that money from now onwards. Next 3 years you'll be having time. Next 2 years you'll be having time. Start investing. You'll be getting some returns out of that particular investment. Right? So that is a way you have to approach your financial plan. So cash flow analysis, one of the most important things. You have to identify what are the cash inflow and what time you'll be getting it and how much you'll be getting it. What are the cash outflows? At least you should have it for 10 years. That's a financial plan. Yes, financial plans are not rigid manner. It gives you time or you must be in a position to change it accordingly when it is needed. That's the most important thing. You have to keep it in your mind when you are planning for cash inflow and cash flow analysis. Yes, next here, this is what I'm trying to say. Insurance. Many of us are thought it's one of the greatest investments. Yeah, so it's not wrong of every individual. This is how every insurance company has spoiled us, exploited us. Right? They said that it's kind of an insurance. It is kind of an investment. Yes, we people expect. Yes, we are ready to spend money. Okay, we are ready to spend money on insurance plans only when we are getting some returns. We are not ready to pay the insurance. I think most of you are aware about the purpose of insurance. Insurance is only for the insured event happens, the company will pay. So that is the basic concept of insurance. But we people, what we are doing, we are continuously paying insurance. Say for example, one of my friends is paying at least 60,000 rupees per annum as an insurance because his insurance agent has exploited him that it's a kind of an investment. At the end of your maturity, you will be getting at least 2.5 times of your return. If you are investing 10 lakh rupees, you will be getting totally 25 lakhs. He felt happy, yes, I am getting some return out of it. But unfortunately, if you are going to calculate the return on it, then it is 4%, 4.5%. Okay. So insurance planning is important, but it is not talked about the return which gives it. Right? So for example, how I'm saying, yeah, 10 lakh I have invested, I'm getting 25 lakhs at the end of 20. Is it bad? Yes, obviously thinking that it's a good one, right? But unfortunately, it is not a good one. Right? Why is it? Because of the return which you are going to get. At the end of 20th year, you will be getting 15 lakhs out of the money which you have spent 10 lakh rupees. If you are going to calculate the money, it is just 4 to 5% return. Then what should I do? Insurance is not important. Yes, it is important. It is not the insurance what we are traditionally take in the endowment plan. We must take the term plan. Term plans it talks about. Say for example, you are giving 10,000 rupees, right, for life insurance policies. The sum assured is 5 lakh rupees. That's an assumption I'm saying. But if you want to take it term plan, you need to just pay 1,000 rupees for same 5 lakh sum assured, but only one thing, you will not get any return. You will get the return only when the insured event happens, right? Okay, so I'm investing 1,000 rupees. If I'm not, the insured event has not happened, I'm not getting any benefit, right? Yes, that is the thought we have. But unfortunately, you have not understood. Keep 1,000 rupees on, yes, you have the ability to pay 10,000 rupees, right? So instead of that, pay 1,000 rupees on term insurance, take the 9,000, you just go and invest this money somewhere. If it is 20 years, you are ready to spend this money, you are ready to pay this money, then obviously go for a stock market, which will fetch you a return of at least 15%. If you are going to calculate at the end of 20th year, insurance as well as stock market investment of this 9,000 every year, which might give you at least 35 to 40 lakhs, right? So that's the difference I'm talking about. Yes, insurance is must, but it is not the traditional insurance. We'll be having endowment plan and term plan. The endowment plan, we call it as a traditional insurance. We should not take, we should take a term insurance plan because the insurance premium is very less. What the insurance companies are doing with this endowment plan as you think, they are also doing the same. They collect 10,000 from you. They'll take a term insurance plan on behalf of you. They'll offer you same 1,000 rupees. Out of this 10,000, 40% will be given to insurance agent as a commission. So 4,000 has gone away. Out of the 6,000, 1,000 rupees has gone to term insurance. Your balance 5,000 will be invested somewhere. They will be making money, good money. Yes, the life insurance companies are making good money. They are making at least 100-200% per annum, but they are offering only 4-5%. Right? So this is what these people are doing. Why are you giving such kind of huge investment? So that is 4,000 rupees. That is 40%. At least 30% you are giving as an insurance agent a commission. If you are directly going and taking a term insurance plan, why you want to pay this 30%, 3,000 rupees to the insurance agent? Why don't you invest this 9,000 rupees into the market or somewhere else, even FD, which will give you a good return, which will not have any risk at all. Even a lot of mutual fund companies are coming there. You can invest your money in mutual funds, yes, which will give you good returns at cheaper cost. So this is what I try to say. Please don't take endowment policy. Take a term policy. Just go for ice cream. If you want to have an ice cream, go to iBaker. If you want to have sambar rice, go to Saravana. Don't try to have both in a Vasanthabad, right? So these are specialized people, right? If you want to have an ice cream, go to iBaker. Same way I'm saying, insurance is not an investment avenue. The purpose is entirely different. We are misconceiving the person, okay? We are misleaded by many of the companies to attract people to invest the money, right? They are taking the money and they are investing, they are getting good return, but they are giving us very poor 5%. Just think about it. That even a small savings bank account will give you a return, right? So that's what. Take a term insurance for your life, continuously paying it for at least even, just think about it, 1,000 rupees per annum, 1,000 into 80. Totally you are going to pay 80,000 rupees for your life. Yeah, definitely the particular insured event will happen in matter of 80 years. Okay, so out of this 80,000, you will be getting this particular amount of 5 lakh rupees, the sum assured amount, during this 80,000 time period. Right? So that's how we have to calculate. Simultaneously, you are investing your 9,000 rupees on some other investment for another 80 years. Just think about the wealth what you are going to create. Don't think that insurance is an investment avenue. It is not an investment avenue. Rather, it's a safety avenue. You are trying to safeguard yourself. Yes, companies are offering a lot of term insurance policies. Just take an example of bike insurance, or take an example of health insurance. Bike insurance, you are paying 2,000 rupees or 2,500 rupees. You will get the claim only when the insured event happens. That is particularly when the accident gets happened. You will get the money, right? You must concentrate. You must clearly understand the terms. For what all you can go for a claim. For what all you cannot go for a claim. That's the most important thing you have to keep in mind, right? So insurance you should not see insurance as an investment avenue. Rather, it's a safety avenue. We are trying to safeguard ourselves. We are just going to pay say 1,000 rupees per annum for 80 years, definitely insured event will happen, will be get the money. Our family will get compensated. Meanwhile, you are investing your 9,000 rupees, separately you will be getting some huge sum of money out of over there. Just think about the double income over there. So this is how you have to calculate your financial plan. You have to create your financial. It is most important. Another most important insurance we should have is health insurance. Yes, in matter of 5 years or 10 years, definitely a family member will go for an hospital. Right? So for that we need to pay at least 15,000. Yes, insurance premium for health insurance is very high. 15,000, you might be getting 3 lakh to 5 lakh rupees cover amount, sum assured. Yes. Say an example. First year I am paying 15,000 rupees. Right? If I am not going for claim, what will happen to this 15,000? If you are not lapsed this policy, if you are continuously paying for second year, if the previous year they are giving you 3 lakh rupees as a sum assured, you have not claimed any amount from the previous year, this 15,000 will be added to your sum assured. The second year you will be getting 3 lakh and 15,000. Just ignore the GST and all. Right? 3 lakh and 15,000 will be your next term. So if you are continuously doing it for 10 years, yes, obviously you will be paying 1.5 lakh. But in matter of 10 years, definitely we will be paying at least 5 lakh to the hospital. Just think about it. Yeah? First, safeguard ourselves. Then, in terms of health insurance, these are the most important things. This should be the first expense for everyone. We should have term insurance, we should have health insurance, and another most important one, personal accident insurance. That is another most important insurance everyone should have. But for this, you'll be having riders. The premium is very, very less. Right? You can just add the riders into your existing plan. Say for example, if you are paying term insurance 1,000 rupees, you will be paying at least 100 rupees per annum for this accident insurance. Yes, it is important. So first step, earning income, spend less, have a insurance. What are the insurance we should have? We should have life insurance in term insurance life. Next, we should have health insurance, and then we should have personal accident insurance. These three are basic. We should have all these three. Right? If you don't have, try to have it. Those who are started. Another most important area we have to concentrate about retirement plan. You should be amazed why I'm directly going to retirement planning. Yes, it's most important. It's again a long-term planning. Yes. Look at here. This is lifestyle of every Indian here. 0 to 25 years. Yes, obviously we are spending our life in studies. Here our parents will support us, our guardians will support us. We might be having some amount of money. We don't need any money because at least 60-70% of people are spending their life here. They don't need money. But look at 25 to 60 years where you have a lot of energy. You have the capability to earn money, right? Here, yes, we are earning a lot of money. At the same time, we are trying to create passive income here, right? So this is another area. You don't need any medical expenses. Yes, obviously, we'll be very energetic at the young age. Our medical expenses are very less. But look at 60 to 80 years. You don't have any energy, and you have to take care of your family member, couple, okay, your wife. You have to take care of them, right? So just think about 20 years. You cannot able to work. Your medical expenses are very high compared with these segments. Just think about it. In 20 years, you need to, you cannot work, but you need money. Is it possible? Right? So that's why I am concentrating on retirement. You should have retirement corpus for 20 years. How much it is needed? That's another most important question. So that's what we are going to plan here. So calculating expected annual expenses during the first year of retirement. Say for an example, your early expenses. Currently, we might be, obviously, we need at least 20-25,000 per month. Right? If it is retired couple, aged people, their medical expenses are high, right? So that and that we have to concentrate. Say for example, here I kept it as 30,000 per month. So your first year requirement is 3.6 lakhs. Let's think about 20 years. It is not 72 lakh. Sorry, that is 3.6 into 36. Yeah, it is not 72 lakh because we have another most important associate. We may call it as an inflation who is going along with the money. That's the most important thing we have to concentrate. Just look at that. If it is 60 to 80, they both of them are surviving. They need at least 3.6 lakhs in the first year. What about the second year? So this is how we are calculating. Say for an example, if you are investing somewhere, you are getting 8% return, inflation is 7%, your real return is 0.93%, not even 1%. Just think about it. Our investment should beat the inflation. That's most important. At the time of retirement, say for an example, you are going to retire at 60. You might be having some huge corpus sum in your hand. That sum should not be keeping it idle. It has to be invested somewhere. That investment should fetch you at least 8% to beat the inflation. Then only your 70 lakhs is enough for next 20 years. Right? So that's how we have to concentrate. Next, estimating the corpus required for post-retirement. So how much we require. Say for example, just look at it. In 2016, monthly expenses for a retired couple, it might be 35,000. So per annum, it is 4,20,000. Right? So they are planning to retire at 2035. So what would be the expenses at 2035? 7% inflation added. So for next 20 years, they have calculated per month it is 1,26,578. Just think about it. What a huge amount we require. Currently it is 35,000. What about this? After 20 years, how much we require? That's the most important question right here. Right? So here it is 1,26,500 per annum. We need at least 15,80,941. This is for 1 year. What about another 19 years? That's the most important question. Just think about it. How important it is to have a retirement plan. Okay? So this can be with the help of, let me tell you. Let me go with the fact sheet. Okay, let me show it. Why I'm saying this much of amount after 20 years. Currently it is 35,000. It is important to have 1,26,000 at 2035. Yes, just look at it. We'll be having cost inflation index. What happened in the past 40 years? Just think about it. In 1920, if you have 100 rupees, the things what you have purchased, if you want to purchase in 2016, you need 1,125. Just think about it. The same amount of 100, same amount of goods you need to purchase in 40 years of gap. Just think about it. This 1,120 happened. This is government data, right? Government has given. This is what cost inflation index. Just look at it. So why is it not possible for 35,000 to 1,26,000? Where is it important? So here another most important area you have to plan for it. Next, tax planning. Yes, obviously many of us have taken insurance plans for tax planning. Again, it's a wrong thought. You should not have insurance plans. The insurance plans you should have only the term plans. We have other possible investment avenues which also giving you tax benefit that we do not see, because many of the companies, the insurance companies are advertised and they are just coming to us and telling this is one of the way you can reduce tax. We might be felt happy. Yes, we are getting the retirement maturity return, and also we will be getting that tax benefit. That's why we are taking. No, it is not a way we have to do it. We have been wrongly guided. We have been misled. That's why we are losing a lot of money. Okay, just think about it. If you are taking an insurance plan for the 20 years, you will be losing at least 15 lakhs if it is a traditional plan. Just think about it. At the end of maturity, you will be losing another 15 lakhs if you are investing it on your by own, right? So that is important. Tax, yes, tax evasion is illegal. Okay, tax minimization is legal. Yes, that is what the rich people are doing. They are planning. They are not evade. They are trying to minimizing the taxes. Right? Many of the cine actors and actresses are having charity. Okay, so NGOs. Why? Are they want to really need to service? Actually not. What they'll do, these people will get the salary of 100 crore rupees or 50 crore rupees, and they'll give this 50 crore rupees to their NGOs as a donation. Okay, the money donated will not attract any taxes. Now I don't have any income. I received 50 crore rupees. I have donated the entire 50 crore rupees to the NGO. That NGO is owned by me. Okay, so this is legal in India, right? This is legal. So that's what they are trying to minimize it. Just think about Microsoft. And many of the companies are having NGOs. Why they are having NGOs? Are they want to really serve to the nation? Actually not. They just want to minimize the tax. They just want to convert their income into, they are trying to donate those incomes to the NGOs. If they need any expenses, they'll do it through that particular NGO. Or they'll create wealth. Right? They are not going to do any services. They are just investing their money by the name of an NGO. Right? So this is what happening. Right? So this is tax planning. It is important. Children future is, obviously we know that children education plays a vital role. Children's wedding and post graduation, everything they have to concentrate on. So these are also you have to plan accordingly. So if your children is at 10, when they are going for an education, that is after 5 years, after 6 years for an UG, you need to have some amount of money, right? So that the cash outflow you need, for that you have to invest from the beginning. Estate planning, obviously in their entire life, everyone will be having some, might be having some retail, the real estate that has to be transferred. So we should have the right will and to whom, how much amount has to be transferred, and what are the properties goes to whom, that we have to take care. And finally, we are coming up with the most important concept, investment planning. So investment planning is about, step 1, step 2, step 3. Identify investment purpose and needs. Yes, these are the most common. Let me show you. These are the most common funds we should have. What are the most common? Emergency fund we should have. It should be in liquid funds. Down payment for home. If you are taking a home loan, yes, down payment for home. School fees. These are the cash outflows possible for a human. Okay, for a family function, vacation, retirement, renovation, startup capital for this. These are the most possible and common for everyone. Some people might be having some specific requirements. Yes, it is for everyone. As I told you, we don't have any tailor-made for everyone. So these are the plans which are actually created for every individual, right? So these are the, first you have to identify what are the funds you require. So obviously, emergency fund, most important. If you are taking home loan, your down payment is most important. School fees, again, most important. Family function, if you have any family function, that all we have to discuss. Next, prepare cash flow statement. 2016, I made this 20 lakhs, 3 lakhs, 10 lakhs, 2 crore. Likewise, we have to plan for it. Okay. So these are the cash flow statement. Next, asset allocation. So asset allocation, diversification, average. This is another most important strategy for every individual to do it. Income products, all type of deposits, PPF, EPF, sovereign bonds, debt mutual funds, right? Market linked, stocks and equity mutual funds. And one more thing, let me tell you, don't go with insurance equity linked plans. It's entirely a humbug. They are just trying to loot us. Don't go with insurance. It's not for investment. Just keep it in your mind. And also recently I heard that some, okay, we don't have time. Then again, property, land, apartment, and commercial premises. Yes, these are the ways you have to diversify your amount. These are the ways you have to allocate your amount. For short-term needs, Okay, so it is for another 2 years. I need money. You should invest in fixed income securities like these areas, Okay, and high risk investment you should not go. Say for an example, you should not invest in stock market. What happened? Suddenly Corona came, which eroded at least 50% of the wealth of investors. Right. So you should not invest your money in stock market if it is needed in very short term. Right. And long term needs, you should go with high risk investments. Obviously, stock market. Yes, I would say that stock market investments are not risky, high risk and all. If you're just going to buy a stock after doing detailed research, then well and good. It is not on high risk, even it might be low to medium risk category. So it is not high risk. High risk investment is like it is into the other most advanced segment of stock market. We may talk about derivatives. That yes, it's obviously high risk. Stock market investment, buying a stock. Say for example, I would like to say some company names: ITC, Hindustan Unilever, Infosys, TCS. Okay, Britannia. So these are the companies are very stable enough where you can have money. So before investing your money, you just do a lot of research over it, right? So obviously, stock market investment, buying a stock is not a riskier investment. So if you would have seen the last 1 year, many of the companies have given more than 100% return. So that's the most important case. So investment strategies. And another most, as I told you, you should not keep all the eggs in one basket. That is, you should not invest your entire money only in stock market or only in fixed income securities. You have to diversify. You have to invest in different assets, financial assets. As I told you, fixed income, market link, property that we have seen in the previous slide. And fixed income also, you should not deposit your entire money only in one bank account. You should have different banks, because you would have seen that nowadays banks are also going for bankrupt. So that's the most important problem, right? So I think recently Karur Vysya, some bank has gone out, right? So these are the most important issue. You have to keep it in a Lakshmi Vilas bank. They have filed for bankrupt. So you should not invest your money if you have 1 lakh rupees. You want to have a FD. Don't invest your FD. You should not have only one FD in one bank. Just diversify. At least you should have 2 to 3 FDs in 3 different banks. That's most important, right? And at the same time, equity mutual fund also, you should not invest your money only on one equity mutual fund. You should go with different equity mutual funds. So that's another diversification. And averaging concept, yes, obviously, stock market, as I told you, if 50% fall down, Infosys is trading at 1,200. During Corona period, it will come to 600, 500 rupees. What you have to do? You just buy it again. Okay, so every dips you need to buy. What happens? It gets average. When you invested 1,000 rupees, and when it comes to 500 rupees, you are buying another one. So 500 plus 1,000, 1,500 for 2. Now your average price is 750. Now Infosys is trading at 1,500. Just think about the return what you are getting. So that is what an average concept. You have to average it. If you are going for a stock market investment, it's mandatory, right? So these are averaging concept. And the book recommendation is, it's one of the most important book. Everyone must read. Those who want to do a financial plan, Richer and Poor Dad, one of the basic book for financial education. We should have one of the biggest seller in the market. Yes, brothers, I'm winding off. Thank you. If you have any query, you can ask me.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, Vaishnavi.
If you have any doubts, please unmute yourself. And YouTube viewers, you can post your questions in the live chat box.
Thank you, Sheldon, sir.
Nice. I have one question, sir. Shall I?
Yes, sir. Definitely.
Yes, sir. You mentioned about that risk return, sir, trade-off.
Risk
Return trade-off. Can you please explain about that risk return trade-off? For example, debt instrument is better than the equity instruments.
Yeah, if you are a kind of person, I'm not ready to take risk, but I need money. I have some amount of money. I'm very much happy to safeguard my principal amount. Then you can go with the debt instrument. Okay.
Yes.
But I'm a kind of person. I'm having a huge amount of time. Say for an example, I'm very young. I'm at 30s. I have another 20 years of time period for investment.
Yes.
This money is entirely not for any emergency funds. I can go with stock market investments. You would have seen that in the last 20 years, what happens to stock market returns. Yes, I would say that if you are choosing a best company stocks, even it is not at all a risk in the stock market. The only thing we have to invest based on a detailed research. So after doing a research, if you are investing, as I told you, some of the companies you can blindly go and invest. Infosys, TCS, these are the companies which give you good returns. That and all you have to concentrate.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, sir. Any other questions?
Mr. Prabhu, well presented. It was a very
Thank you, ma'am.
Sir, thank you so much for clarifying, sir. Now let us
Thank you,
call M.
Yeah.
Priyadarshini, second year become corporate secretaryship, shift 2 to propose vote of time.
Good morning to everyone. I, on behalf of the School of Commerce, take up this moment to thank each and every person present here on the third day of our 5-day national level webinar series. First of all, I would like to thank our college management, our Honorable General Secretary and Correspondent Manjit Singh Nair, sir. Our Honorable Principal, Dr. M.G. Raghunathan, sir, our respected Vice Principal shifted to Dr. N.C. Rajeshri ma'am, and their heads and the faculty members of all departments for their never-ending support. It's my pleasure to thank Dr. R. Geeta ma'am, Dean School of Commerce, and all our beloved faculty members who are presented in the webinar for sparing their time in spite of busy schedule. Most importantly, I would thank our respected resource person, Mr. Prabhu sir, for this wonderful webinar. We learned a lot of in this 1 hour. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. It's my pleasure to thank all our organizers for organizing this useful webinar series. Without you, this could not have happened. We are very much grateful to you all. Ultimately, I thank all our participants for enthusiastic participating and eagerly listening to our session. Thank you, everyone. I once again thank everyone present here. Thank you all.
Thank you so much, Priyadarshini.
Good presentation, Prabhu. Well done.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
So, sir, very nice
Well planned, nice presentation.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
So could you send your PPT to the chat box, sir, so that the students should be benefited?
Yeah, surely. I'll send it. Sir, I think it is not possible to share in chat box. Can I share it to any coordinators?
You can share it in our group, sir. I'll put it.
Okay, sir.
Feedback link is posted. Thank you, Sridhar.
Yes, ma'am, posted. Yes, posted.
Yes, thank you, Sridhar.
So Satish sir? feedback link.
So where should I share? Yes, official.
It's our group, sir.
Yes, TS official, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Not CS official, sir. In our team group, sir. Commerce coordinating group.
I think I'm not there in this group.
Okay.
Sridhar, first you stop recording.
Gita ma'am, I'm sharing you.
Okay.
I sent you. Thank you all.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you.
Thank you.
Sridhar sir.
Satish sir, yes sir.
Yes, sir. It's a feedback
Sir,
link.
feedback போட்டாச்சு சார்.
No, sir. Satish sir. போட்டாச்சு.
Okay sir. Thank you.
YouTubeல பாருங்க. Satish sir, link போட்டுருங்க சார். Discount Satish.
YouTube viewers, the feedback link will be posted shortly.
Ma'am,
Sridhar?
description போட்டு விட்டுறாரா மேம்?
சரி, okay, fine.
Okay, it will come.